Note-taking and managing notes is a hotly debated topic. There are multiple ways to take your notes, and with the increasing knowledge that is being accumulated over the years and the acceleration of amount of knowledge that you need to use, then note-taking becomes more and more difficult. So the question is how to handle the notes that you have. Whether you should use a software like OneNote, or whether you should use different approaches. Maybe not taking notes at all. Whether you should take a graphical approach and use mind maps. Whether you should write yourself emails, use the draft folders as your note-taking folder, stick with standard text editors such as Sublime Text Editor or Notepad, not think of it at all, just go with the wind, use your company's wiki knowledge base and use it and store there your personal notes. Use Notion, which is heavily used today. So there are a lot of options. This can become super mixing up. I think the best way to do this would be to stick with something which is both simple. So I have a few preconditions, and we'll look immediately at this GitHub project. I have a few preconditions for any note-taking, and those preconditions are these. One, we should be using flat text files. Okay, I don't want to store my notes in a binary format. It should be some flat text. It can be Markdown. I have no problem with Markdown, but I want it to be a plain text. Okay. If it's storing images, I would like it to store under all the images under some folder. I don't want it to embed. I don't want anything binaries in my note-taking. Okay, this is the first preconditions. The second precondition that I have is that I should be able to easily sync it. And I really want it to be also free. Okay. The third precondition is that it should be searchable with any tool that I want. Easily searchable. Meaning I can use grep. I can use any text editor. I can open it with any file. This could be another, I'm not sure we can call it precondition, but I want to be able to open these, and because they are plain text, I will be able to open these with any software. Right? Be it Vim, Sublime Text, IntelliJ, whatever, right? Whatever I want to be able to open these. I want full flexibility, okay? I don't want it to be complex. The fifth precondition is that I want to be able to quickly take notes, like with a single command or single keyboard shortcut, quickly take notes. Okay, so these are my preconditions. Flat text, I want it to be plain text. If I'm storing images, let them be stored in some image folder. I don't mind the flat text to be also a Markdown. I want it to be easily syncable. Could be with SyncThing, could be with Dropbox, whatever. I want to have the control over it. I don't want some note-taking app to take control of my notes. I want to be in control of my thinking of the notes. I want it to be easily searchable. This is why I want it to be text file. Today with AI, we could also apply AI, but It's just text. We could apply anything on this. I want any software to be able to open it, be it Vim, Sublime, IntelliJ, and I want easy keyboard shortcuts. I want to be able to quickly take notes. So with that, I found over the years that there are basically two approaches I can take. One approach would be a single file, single large text file that contains everything, all the notes, everything. The journal, the notes, the task, whatever I want, put it in a single large file. The second approach is that I open multiple text files. Text files. These are the two new, but I really want it to be files, locally stored. Okay, I don't want it to be a blob. Whenever I was taking the approach of getting a blob or getting a then always the coming back to basics would work. This is always correct. Also with studying, coming back to the basics usually works. I don't like messy softwares. I just want plain text files at most with images folder. Right. So I want to take a look. The third thing is that no tool solves the problem. No tool. No tool solves the problem. I want it basic files. Having said that, I want to learn from tools that assist in this methodology. I might adopt one of them. I still want to understand what people are coming up with so that it will approve me taking the simple approach with note taking, and then to learn from it and maybe use them also. So with that, let's take a look at this open source called Notes, and let's see together what is it. So this is a zero dependency shell script. Zero dependency shell script that makes it really simple to manage your text notes. Okay, so Notes, a zero dependency POSIX compliant shell script that makes it really simple to manage your text notes. Instead of trying to impose a whole bunch of rules and syntax requirements, this tool does its best to get out of your way. It tries to do everything possible so that if you're working in a terminal, you can save whatever text you want in a file. This could come from typing a sentence out, pasting something from your clipboard, or saving the output program. Demo. So we have here some demo video. Let's look at this. Understand from the script that he divides the notes to monthly and just jot down their things. I have some thoughts about it. I mean, I do like to split things to journal, task, and I just dump their things. I don't think too much, but it's still split to journal and tasks, and then something more organized. I like also using the bookmarks of the browser to dump bookmarks and then to search bookmarks. So basically I have in a single file, I have journal where I write things. I have some more organized notes, and I try not to think too much about this, right? So I try to focus on what I need to do. The notes are just there, like it's like a backup, just like a backup of the brain. When I need something, I try to rely more heavily on bookmarks, because in this way I can just click things. I think a combination of bookmarks and notes could be something interesting. I sometimes tried it. I try to have some of the bookmarks actually have text, some local text. So actually, thinking of it, one of the bookmarks could point to 2019.txt, and this way you just click the bookmarks and one of them just has all your notes, right? This could also be something interesting. One of the bookmarks would be a link to your local notes file, and you just go over the bookmarks when you need to check some graphs, check some dashboards, etc. Okay, so this was some thoughts about notes.